All right, lots of people have watched the video on how to make a list of questions. And then the follow-up to that would be, well, how do we get all the answers in? So this is guidance on that. I'm not giving you all the exact answers and all the exact code. The point here is not for me to show you how much I know about computer science. The point here is for me to get you in the right direction so that you can do this on your own. So as an example of what we're going to make here by the end, I have a question, I have possible answers. If I click on the right one, it turns green, and then I go to my next question. If I click on the wrong answer, it turns red, and then I go to my next question. Let's look at the flowchart for this. If I look at my flowchart, I have two of them here. So on my left side, I'm making something that's called a procedure, and I'll show you that through the video. But when this procedure runs, there's four things that happen. I set my question text to wherever I am on the list index. And then I set my answers, answer 1, answer 2, answer 3, answer 1, answer 2, answer 3. These are buttons. And then I have a variable called correct answer that I use to tell the computer which one of these three is correct. And then I would have one of these flowchart for all of my buttons here, but like when question 1 is clicked, did that correct answer variable equal 1? If so, it was right. If not, it was wrong. So this is a basic flowchart you can follow. Let's look at how to do that. Give me a second here. I have to pull up my one screen quiz original. Okay. I'm going to make a couple of adjustments to this right away. So the last video you watched, I actually made that like 2 years ago. So since then, a couple things that I want to change. My list index. So the purpose of this here is so that when I get to the last one, it goes to the next one. I'm actually going to set this to be greater than, or actually no, I'm just going to make it greater than. If the list index is greater than 5, or however long my list is, go to 1. Okay. Now, if you look here, you see that I have the exact same code in two different places. Update my label text to my list and my list index. It's the exact same code in two places. I'm going to actually be writing a lot more, and I want all of that to go in multiple places. When you have that, you use what's called a procedure. So I'm going to make a procedure called update question answer. Okay, and this code that I have running in two different places, well, I'm going to drop this in here. I'm going to delete it from here. And now, in both of those places, I can call my procedure. Okay? And that just means when you see this, do this. Okay? So I wanted to put this in two different places, so now I do. I have it in two different places. This is going to be useful because this procedure now is going to get long. All right. So this procedure, update question answer, that is this now. Update question answer. All right. So let's look at this flowchart now. It says set question text to list index. Well, that's what I'm doing here. I'm setting my question label text to place on the list index. All right. Let's put in, I need a couple of buttons for my correct answers. So we're going to do answer 1 button. We're put in answer 2 button. Answer 2 button. Put in my answer 3 button. Boom. Okay. So I have my buttons in. And now,
attention middle school.
Okay. So I have that in. Now I need to tell it what I want them to be. So I have something that keeps track of what question I'm on, and that is this list index. So there's my list index. So if I am on the first question, that's going to be if list index equals 1. if list index equals 1. That means if I am on the first question. All right, then let me set my answers. So, okay, answer button, text 2. All right, I have 3 possible answers. I'm going to make B be my correct one. So we're going to do 1885. Answer 2 button. And answer 3 button. Answer 3 button. Oh, let's make 1789. All right. So then, this is going to make it so that when I'm on my first question, these are my 3 answers. Let me refresh my screen, see if that works. Give it a second. There we go. What year was the Declaration of Independence signed? Cool. All right, so let's look at my flowchart. So we updated my question text, set my answer 1, set answer 2, set answer 3. Now we need to set the correct answer. So we are now telling the computer which one of these is correct. And so I need a new variable, call it correct answer. Do I already have correct answer in here? I think I do actually. Ah, here we go. All right. So I have my correct answer variable. I'm starting it at 0, and now in here I am making set the correct answer to 2, because that's making it. This says now that number 2 is my correct answer. Okay, so I can do this now for all of my questions. Okay, my second question is who was the first president? If I bring this in here, okay, well that's my second question. Let's do George Washington, Thomas Jefferson. Hey, sorry about that. I was my video cut out. So I was just in the middle of setting my second round of answers and setting that to be the correct answer is the first one. So then we have to do what's going to happen if we click on the right answer. So let's look at this. When question 1 is clicked let me rearrange tabs here. Okay. When question 1 is clicked, is the correct answer number 1? And that correct answer variable is this, right? So let's do that. When my answer 1 button is clicked, if my correct answer equals 1. And then you put in it what you want to have happen if they got it right. I can make this an else for if they got it wrong. So that's that. When we click on, when question 1 is clicked, is the correct answer number 1? Yes? No? When it's clicked, is the correct answer number 1? Yes? No? Same deal. Okay, so you guys can do whatever you want to have happen for that. Obviously, I have more than one possible answer. So for my answer 2 button, the correct answer obviously needs to be 2. Okay, and so that'll be what happens. So like if I click on answer button 1, but the correct answer is 2, then the else runs. And that's for you to experiment and figure out exactly what happens with that. So that is how to do that. And the right or wrong answers is whatever you want it to be.